Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Well, we're here with our final pirate mission on this planet, so we're going to go ahead and collect that and boost up our reputation with them. So this is an assassination mission in the polar region at a good 3.5 skulls of difficulty, so it should be an interesting fight. Now we do see here that our target is using her Cicada 2A. It seems to be a very popular thing for a lot of nobles and whatnot, trying to show their, show the flag, show their colours, make sure that they're like, the PR attempt. But either way, we're going to allow them to make their bad decisions. We're going to focus in on a whole stack of salvage because they are going to have some decent backup, because again, that Cicada is a terrible mech. Let's go ahead and see what we can gain today. So for our mission, I think it was nice taking out all of our marauders, but I think we're going to go ahead and drop some of those. Not exactly what we're looking for in this current lineup. Alright, so as for our mechs, what have we got? We've got our Archer here with the LRM-20, we have our Zeus's. You know what, same amount of missiles, but these ones are actually going to do a little bit more damage. Yeah, primarily stability damage. That could actually be good. We've also got those small, medium lasers. The Zeus might actually end up being the better call for now. If we had the upgraded LRM-20s, I would probably go with the Archer, thanks to the missile suite. But given we're going up against some heavy stuff, I think this would be advisable. So yeah, this is heavy. This is an assault. Look at the difference in the armor from 1240 to 1120. Not as much armor difference as it could be, but I think it's going to be a worthwhile choice nonetheless. So we'll bring along the Zeus. Let's also bring along maybe the Cyclops. Okay, you know what, let's just go ahead and shuffle some of these things down. We'll bring the Cyclops, and that'll give us some very nice initiative here. And then, what is the last one? So we have some indirect fire, we have some more indirect fire with a little bit of a lance bonus, some good head hunting, and then, you know what, maybe we just go for some straight up annihilation here. Let's bring the Atlas. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So let's go ahead and we'll shuffle some people down. Again, going with the heaviest ones first, as they are typically the slowest. We'll go ahead and, you know what, I'm thinking we might pilot the Zeus, as that does mean we get a nice amount of armor breaching and whatnot. That said though, maybe what else? We've got armor breaching. I guess we've got that damage reduction. There is potential for sensor locking. I don't think that's going to be that much of an issue. I think we'll keep that there. We'll, yeah, actually, you know what? Archangel would be perfect for the Atlas. That thing is toasty, so that would work out rather well. We could maybe go for the Cyclops, but again, I think we're going to get better efficiency out of his abilities on the Atlas. And then let's bring, I don't know, do we bring Big Man? I feel like we bring Big Man. He's got that breaching shot for those LRM-5s and whatever have you. I think that's not a bad way to play this. So our initiative is 222 and a 4. I think that's going to be pretty good. Now we are in a polar biome, so we are going to get some bonuses there, but I think we are going to prepare for the worst case scenario and keep what we've got. Alright, let's see how this all plays out. Alrighty, so the objective is to destroy the target and escape. Commander, this mission should be simple. A local government noble is participating in a patrol as a show of support for the troops. She's insisted on using her ancestral family mech, which is a Cicada 2A. This should make eliminating her quite easy. Recognizing the danger, her handlers have sent along an extremely heavy supporting lance. If you're quick and aggressive, you should be able to destroy her little Cicada before her escorts can react. Alright, well, a hit and run operation should be straightforward enough, Commander. Just remember that if you get bogged down in fighting the escorts, escape is always an option. Very true.
Command interface initiated.
But I think we're prepared. Okay, if you ask me, boss, anyone who sends the VIP out in a Cicada 2A is asking to be shot. Anything useful, they're fast. So watch for the VIP to make a run for it. And noted. Commander, remember that we're expecting a very heavy escort, so it might be wise to hit the target and run for the LZ here. Good luck and good hunting. Okay.
I got icicles growing in all the wrong places.
Well, that is unfortunate to hear about those icicles, but we're here for some salvage. Let's have a bit of a think. Alright, so the Noble's all the way up here. This is actually a very similar map to when we fought that Annihilator. Let's see, we've got supporting forces here, we've got ambushes all the way over there. I'm thinking those ambushes might actually make some pretty quick ground on us since they do have access to the road. Maybe what we do here is we actually swing over towards the ambushes first, and then from there we engage the supporting forces. Yeah, I think that's the way we're going to play this. So let's get our Atlas going. We'll just focus on maximum movement
Location
right now.
confirmed.
Get our Zeus moving up and our Marauder as well.
Got it.
And we'll see if we can prevent ourselves getting outflanked.
This looks like a prime spot for an ambush. Be careful, Commander. You don't want to get caught in a crossfire.
Alright, that is understandable. Still no sign of any other mechs. Let's get the Atlas up and rolling.
I'm your spaniel.
The Cyclops, you know what? We can take the cover, so I suppose that would be advisable.
Ordnance received.
The Zeus, let's go up a little bit further. Yeah, and then let's just get... Oh, hang on a second.
Detected.
What do we see? We have a 95-ton mech coming over the hill. Alright, well these guys are not here just yet, so... What to do? You know what? Maybe we go ahead and we'll just... We'll stay back here. We'll get as much evasion as possible. I think we'll try and bring them to us if possible. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what they're going to have. So far, let's see, a 75-ton mech. Alright, you know what?
Acknowledged.
We'll see if they've got any lighter mechs supporting them. What have they got for heavies? Alright, a 40-ton mech has made it up. That should be fairly easy for us to squish. But again, no eyesight, so there's not going to be any LRMs or whatnot. Let's reserve once more and see if we can bring them closer.
Lingering until an opportunity presents itself.
Alright, another 60-ton mech. Alright, so these ambushes are not the heaviest of all the mechs, but that's okay. Looks like they've got
I await your command.
a decent enough spot. Let's bring... Let's see, we could technically sprint and get eyes on the big boy. We'd also get eyes on that 40-ton mech. I suppose that is a possibility. Nowhere else are we going to get eyes on targets. I'm just concerned. Let's see, what could it be if it's a 95-ton mech? I'm trying to think. What is it? A Banshee? Are those 95? That could be alright. Let's see, the Marauder. We've got the Zeus. Yeah, look, you know what? I don't think we're going to be able to...
What's up, boss?
Actually, you know, we could shuffle the Cyclops up here. That would give us eyes on and a target. Yeah, and I don't know if that'll necessarily make us... Yeah, I think that's actually not a bad way to get as much damage as possible. That way we can still walk the Atlas up. I think the Atlas has...
Commander?
Let's see. No, we're not going to see anything. Yeah, we need direct line of
Waiting
fire for him.
orders.
So...
Receiving you.
I think what we'll do then
Orders?
is we'll move the the Cyclops up. We'll see exactly what we
On
can
my
make
way.
out. Oh, and we have more mechs. Okay, another 50-ton, a 65-ton, 50, and that good old 95 assault. 75, 60, and the assassin. Alright, so what do we see here? Lance Command Module. Units in this lance take 10% less damage. So that makes me inclined to believe that 75-tonner is a Marauder. Intercept system, entrenched, guarded. Alright. Well, you know what? Let's just start opening fire and see what we can do.
Target confirmed.
Any amount of damage is going to be a good amount of damage at this stage. Oh, and that does look like a Banshee, I think. Yep, there it is, the 3M. Yep, a couple of PPCs. Alright, well, at least we know what we're dealing with. There is our assault mech, so we should go ahead and try... Oh,
I'm receiving you.
I would love to see...
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, we're not going to be within range, which is awkward, but we could get there on the next turn.
Orders?
We can move our Atlas up, and that will give us something to shoot at, which honestly does make me a lot happier. We're going to stay fairly chill, but that does get rid of all of their evasion. But honestly, some damage is better than none right now. So let's go ahead and fire. Alright, not as much as I'd prefer, but it is good enough. We did get both of those snub PPC hits, so that is some impaired senses. Did a pretty good job to that left torso. Not much to anything else. Alright, at least we were consistent in the damage that we were doing. Alright, let's bring the Zeus. Okay, maybe what we do here is we focus on the assassin for now. We'll try and get a kill early on. Yeah, I think that's a fair play. Let's see, is there anywhere else where we can get eyes on? We'd get eyes on, but we wouldn't be able to shoot. Yeah, alright, well then I guess we'll just move up and we'll take what we can get. Yeah, getting a little bit hot, but that's okay.
Engaging target.
We can always back up a little bit on the next turn and just fire with the indirect for a little bit of cooling. And now we just have our Marauder, which I think what we'll do is... do we really want to get targeted by everything? That is a bit of a pickle. Alright, hang on. Let's just see. How much of a threat is this? 2 PPCs is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Same with those 2 medium laser. It's probably going to want to close on in. I can't remember if it's got a chassis quirk for some extra melee, but again, it's not the fastest, and I don't see it being able to move in and shoot. Oh, sorry, it'll only move in and shoot, not necessarily too much more. There could also be potential. Oh, here we go. Yeah, let's maintain a safe position. I think what we'll do here is we'll sprint up into cover. As I said, we can tank a couple of PPC hits, but what we can do is as we bring him in, we can clear up some of this flank and make sure that we're not getting shot in the back at any point. Yeah, so that's 4 evasion and some cover, or 4 evasion but not going through rough terrain. I think that's the better play. So let's go ahead and move, unless there's... no, there's nothing better. Alright.
Roger.
Oh, and we see another mech back there. Okay, so that is good to know. Alright. Alright, we'll see how we do. And yes, that was a Marauder. Looks like that's a Rifleman as well. Yeah. Okay, the 3D is actually going to do pretty good in this kind of area. All of that extra heat sinking is going to be very good for their PPCs. Let's see, AC5s, large lasers. Yeah, they're going to have a decent amount of trouble for us. Alright, well then... no, we're not going to be able to move anywhere and not have... sorry, and we're not going to have any evasion no matter where we travel. So I'm thinking... maybe we just sit back to where we're at, although, hang on a second. Oh no, we can improve our percentages, so I suppose we should do that. We'll move up a little bit, but not too much further. Yeah, actually, you know, we'll swing over to the side a little bit and make it a little bit harder to target. Maybe from this angle we might be able to break line of sight. Not 100% sure, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, let's move on in.
Roger.
And then let's get rid of their damage reduction, because I'm pretty sure this Banshee, does that gain the benefit as well? Yes, it does. Alright, so let's go ahead and go for a precision strike. Let's go for that Marauder. Headshot at 35% is more than doable. I don't know if that's good enough. Nope. No, it was not. Alright. Alright, you know, not very much in the way of LRMs, but I'm cool with that. The assassin is playing it safe. Fair enough, I suppose. That thing's getting pretty close to getting toasted. These guys are moving up. Okay, that's good. It means they're not engaging just yet. How did that Marauder do? 7 points of structure left. Ouch. Okay, we must have hit it twice. Yeah, but it's guarded, and yeah, I guess that 20% really does assist. Alright, well then,
I live to serve.
Atlas, what have we got? What can we do? I think we maybe save you for a second. I guess technically we could... Yeah, no, that's not worth it. Full salvo up against that Banshee. I'd kind of like to take that home if we can. Let's see if we can get some other mechs to get closer.
Ready for orders.
As for the Cyclops, let's maybe... what have we got? We have LRMs. We would see whatever that is. You know, we could maybe target both. Maybe fire some medium lasers towards the 50-tonner, as well as putting some damage on the assassin. Yeah, that could be good. We could maybe take out that right torso. Weaken that thing a little bit more. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll take cover. So what do we see there? Ooh, that's a hunchback. Okay, well, medium lasers we will definitely fire over there. We're not going to be able to burn through too much, but we will go with the LRMs to the assassin and try and gain that kill. It's not wonderful, but it's what we've got.
Affirmative.
Alright, so there goes the arm. And it's unsteady, but alive. And then a little bit of damage against that hunchback. Okay. Well... yeah, their shooting is not amazing, considering we had no evasion. At least we had that good cover. And then the rifleman is running. Okay. That's good to know. They're going to start shooting and then hiding. It's, if we can maximize that, that would be good.
Waiting for orders.
So we've got our Atlas. Got a pretty good salvo against that hunchback, which I'm thinking we might take. Yeah, in fact, that might actually be ideal. I'd really like to try and destroy that thing if possible. I'm not going to be able to salvage it, unfortunately. That Banshee is... well, yeah. If both PPCs hit, it does the same as this single AZ-20. And this thing's going to be moving a lot quicker than anything else. I think we will... we could move the Zeus as well. Go for a full salvo, maybe. I don't know. We could also fire against that assassin. But again, that assassin's not a huge threat right now. And we've got enough resolve on the next turn. Yeah, okay. We're going to go ahead and we're going to reserve... we'll see what they do. We'll see what the Banshee does. Yeah, we don't want to be sticking our heads out and getting shot at too heavily if it's unnecessary. Alright, so what do I have back there? A Thunderbolt as well. Okay. That we can deal with. Alright, what's next? Another 50-ton mech. The Banshee, and what else is left? The Marauder. Okay.
Ready for orders.
Well then, let's move... oh, actually, you know what? That thing's just blocked all of our shots. That is not good. Alright, we might have to take a shot at the Banshee. I'd really prefer to go for the Thunderbolt, but I'm thinking maybe we move the Zeus. Let's head... what have we got? LRMs. That hunchback's going to be pretty well defended. We might have to just give that a miss for now. That's got some really good defense, that Thunderbolt. So let's avoid both of those. Maybe this is one of those things where we do go for the... either fire at the Trebuchet, or maybe the Assassin. Yeah, I'm thinking that might actually end up being the best call here. We'll try and put some damage on try and put the damage on the trebuchet so we can shred that to pieces. It's not like, what is that, 7 points of damage. The likelihood of getting 2 headshots with LRMs are highly unlikely. Not to mention it's got the damage debuff. Alright, let's just move. We'll try and stay as evasive as possible. We'll put some shots on the trebuchet and start to soften that up. Alright, and you know what? That's a solid amount of destabilization. Alright, well, trading blows. We'll have to see how much armor we've got left.
Systems. Holding.
Yeah, and he is one of those pilots too. These guys are, yeah, getting better. Alright, so how are we doing? That arm's a little bit hit, but again, nothing too crazy. Otherwise, not focusing through our armor roll that much, which is good. Let's bring... Ooh, I'm actually tempted to maybe go against the... Do we go for the rifleman here? Yeah, maybe we do. Yeah, let's move up.
I'm walking here.
We can't hit that assassin, unfortunately. Those shots are pretty good. Oh, you know what? Maybe we just put some damage on the Banshee while we're at it. I don't know, just add to its stability loss. Yeah, those odds are not great, but I think that's going to be better than the alternative.
One for you, and one for you.
I was almost hoping for a bit of a stray shot there on that assassin. But alright, we'll take what we can get. Alright, and now the big boy himself taking the high ground. Fair play there. That's some solid bonuses for targeting.
Losing armor. Someone let me borrow their pom-poms and skirt, because I'm damn excited now.
Alright, so how's the Atlas doing? Fairly good. Okay. Oh, it's mainly that leg that got hit. Alright. Alright, well that we can manage.
Orders.
Ranak, let's go ahead and... I think we'll move back a little bit and we'll take our shots, and then on the next turn I think we'll try and scoot up here and get enough distance for an evasion pip. I think that's how we'll play this, but again, if we can reduce their... Sorry, if we can remove their damage debuff, that would be ideal. Alright, let's go for that headshot.
Locking in. All systems.
There we go, definitely the way to kill that thing.
Mech destroyed.
Alright, so that's one down. Still no sign of the cicada, which is probably good. We're going to have quite our work cut out for all of the other forces before we get to our primary target. Alright, Atlas taking hits, but again, that's what it does best. Yep, just being a bit of a jerk, that assassin. Oh, I see autocannon fire. That's that AC-20, alright. Yeah, wow, they're really keen on all of having the ace pilot ability, all these mechs, all these mech warriors. So here we've got outriders, we've got you as a skirmisher, a pilot. Actually, that rifleman got pretty beat up there. Yeah, if we didn't separate out that damage as much, we could have either taken out a leg or the torso. Ooh, that could have been nice. Alright, let's see, how are you doing still? The assassin... I guess technically if we took out torso, and then maybe a leg, that'd be, what, 2 injuries? We haven't done enough to kill it. It's possible.
Ready for orders.
Let's go... What have we got left?
Commander?
The Cyclops. Let's go... hang on a second. If I can, I'd love to take shots on the assassin. Yeah, maybe fire some LRMs over there and then some medium lasers at the hunchback. Start to work on that thing, because I really want that AC-20 to be gone if possible. Yeah, let's go ahead and back up over there. Again, as much as I do want to take out that hunchback, I feel like getting a quick kill here on the assassin will really aid Ranak. We don't want to leave him out to dry by himself. That would not be ideal.
Splitting fire.
Alright, so there goes the torso. Not enough for a knockover either, so the leg survived. And then a little bit of damage on that hunchback is going to have to be good enough. Alright, Rifleman slowly building up all of that stability damage. Have to be careful. And then... looks like it's built up a fair amount of heat. That's good. That means it's going to start slowing its damage output. Yeah, that right leg's getting hit rather hard. Right torso is still okay for now. Alright, we'll just be careful of that right leg. We've got the Zeus as well. I'm thinking... I know, we're always going to have eyes on that assassin there, so that's not as much of a concern. Let's maybe head... can we go up? Yeah, here we are. So what we could do is fire some lasers over here. Fire some LRMs at the assassin. Would that be close enough for the small pulse? No, it's not. Alright, well I guess we'll take what we can get. We'll be careful on the angle not to show any side over the other. Yeah. There we go. Still just trying to maximize our damage output while we have the heat threshold to manage. Or to play with, I should say. Alright, so 3 medium lasers. That rifleman, I guess technically we could take out a leg. Or a torso. Either one would be nice.
Engaging.
I doubt it'll happen.
Target.
And that was probably overkill for the assassin. Yeah. Alright, well either way, it died. That's the main thing. I will accept what we can get. That did give us some good evasion though, so hopefully if we're targeted, we can mitigate the incoming fire.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Alright, Atlas is still standing strong. So what do we do here? Well, you know what? We could just go ahead and destroy the rifleman. It's probably not a bad play, all things considered. Yeah, I do want to put some hurt on these guys. Oh, actually, that hunchback would be nice to get rid of. Probably more so than the rifleman. Those odds are good. But that could be better in the scheme of things. Even if we just take out that AC-20 or even its ammunition. Yeah, either part of the torso would be nice. Alright, question is... oh, actually, you know what? There's only one more mech to go. Let's go ahead and reserve, because I'm fairly certain with the, what is it, the Bulwark, if we... oh no, that's the Master Tactician, I think it is. If we, what is it? The one that Rannoch has. He has a skill. I guess we can't see it here, but basically if we go ahead and we reserve, we can reduce our stability damage. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. Alright,
Standing by.
go ahead and reserve. Yeah, look, you know what? It's probably worth doing. We're not going to take that much stability damage on one turn to knock us over. But at least we won't have any going into the next round if they aim for us. Alright. That'll have to do. Alright.
I'm receiving you.
So let's go ahead and... let's see. We've got... yeah, you know, those odds are really good. I think we have to go ahead and shoot at the hunchback. It just makes sense. Yeah, let's go ahead and move up. Can we get some extra evasion? We can, but that severely diminishes our targeting. Alright, well, beggars can't be choosers, so let's just go ahead and move up. Actually, what side is busted up the most? Right side? Alright, well then we'll swing this way and see what we can negate. Alright, let's see about putting some fire on that thing.
Locked on target.
Hey, ammo explosion, that'll do.
Solid connection on that one. Alright, folks, let's get this done.
Okay, well, that I am happy with. Trebuchet. Not bad, but not good enough. Let's see. Let's just double check on that hunchback. Yeah, that AC-20 is gone. A medium laser is out. That leg is looking rough. Okay, I'm no longer concerned about that hunchback. We can leave him for now. As much as killing it would probably be a good thing, it's not the threat that it once was. Yeah, I'm so glad we took out the ammo. That is so handy. I would have liked the kill, but you know what? It does mean we are free for a bit. Let's go ahead and shuffle on up and take care of the trebuchet. This is, as I said before, going to give us some of that very nice evasion. We're in a great position. We can take you home as scrap.
Confirmed.
And now we've cleared our flanks, which is very nice.
Down.
Yeah, I'm very glad we split the way that we did. It has definitely paid off for us. Being able to control the battlefield like that has definitely saved us a lot of damage. Now we don't have to worry about getting shot in the back as much. We've almost focused our front lines quite decently. Yeah, because look at that. All that we've got is a rifleman. Pretty busted up already. I'm pretty happy with that.
I'm ready.
Alright, so Atlas-wise, what are we going to do? You know what? I think we could back on up and just obliterate that thing. Wouldn't be bad for salvage, although that might be a good one for Rannick on the next turn. Yeah, that could actually be decent for Rannick. Let's maybe focus on the Thunderbolt.
On the way.
That was... I forgot that we had a... Yeah, alright, you know, we'll fire at the Thunderbolt. Could have possibly got some better SRM firing solutions, but it'll do. What's the worst that happens? We hit the Banshee.
Roger that.
Alright, well, that will do nicely. Let's see. Thunderbolt's firing back. Oh.
That really hurts.
Okay, Archangel's injured. That is not as ideal. Alright, but unfortunately can't do much about that. Still got plenty of armor though, we should be safe. That leg's looking all good.
Standing by.
Let's see, Cyclops. Let's travel, let's shoot. Actually, you know what we'll do here? We're gonna go ahead and focus in on the rifleman as best as able. However, what we'll do is we'll send a medium laser off towards the hunchback as much as our heat will allow. That's the way that we'll do this. Yeah, there we go. Alright, and that's a little too much heat. Let's cut that down. That'll do.
Multiple enemies locked in.
I was kind of hoping that we might have gotten that leg, but again, it's not like we've got a stack of missiles for us to be able to do enough. Alright, let's see. What's he doing? Running away? Okay, well that's fine. Let's let him do that. Let's bring our Zeus. Let's see. What do we focus? I guess maybe the Thunderbolt. See if we can knock him over. Yeah, and we'll maintain a little bit of distance just to be safe. Yeah, that'll do. It's not like we've got enough heat to bring that small pulse laser online anyways, so we'll, yeah, we'll drop what we can. We'll see about knocking this guy over.
Engaging target.
Oh, and he is vertical by some miracle. Alright. Oh dear, that's not good.
More under the breach, dear friend.
Alright, Archangel is... He's a concern, only 20 points of damage. That's a medium laser. Yeah.
Yes, Commander.
That is very much not what we want. Alright, oh, we can't even hit that back there. That's annoying. Alright, well, you know what? What have we got? We could technically go for the Banshee. That might leave us a little bit open, but I think that could be the ideal. Get rid of the big boy nice and quickly. Deal with the, yeah, you know what? We can play Ring Around the Rosie with a Rifleman. That sounds incredibly dangerous.
Moving out.
Yeah, that just sounds like a flagging disaster for sure. But either way, we're going to go ahead and try and clear out their heaviest hitter and the most armored.
All weapons are go.
How did we do? We got one hit, but not quite the kill. Uh-oh. How are we doing? Yeah, look, at the end of the day, I'm not super concerned. We've got enough of a distance and enough of an angle that I don't think that rifleman's going to be able to shoot us in the back by any measure. So I'm not as concerned as I could be. Obviously, I don't like the extra stability damage here for Rannick there, but at the same time too, I don't think we're really the primary focus. I think what we should do though is what do we do? Fire at the Thunderbolt, make sure that that thing falls.
Yes,
And what have we
Commander.
got? We've got the Cyclops, we've got the Zeus.
I'm receiving you.
Yeah, alright, let's move you forwards. We're going to fire the Snubnose here, and then maybe the rest at the Hunchback and try and eliminate him from contention. Actually, you know what? No, let's not move up. That Banshee could theoretically close the gap and cause us a little bit of strife if he punches us, especially considering how much armor that this thing has. Yeah, let's just... Actually, can we even stand back a little bit? The accuracy is not that much of an issue. Actually, that Hunchback maybe be... Hang on. 50%. Yeah, you know what? That is fine. We'll go ahead and we'll back up over there.
Position confirmed.
Again, we'll fire the... I don't know. Fire a Snubnose over there. Alright, of course, we do not quite have the heat for an Alpha Strike, but that's okay. We're going to vent our coolant. We will now. We're going to go ahead and... snub? No, we'll send... Oh, yeah, you know what? We'll send... Actually, we should have done that the other way around. Let's just be smart about that and, yeah. Have the Hunchback as A and the Thunderbolt as B. We'll send the softest Snubnose PPC to knock that thing over. The rest can focus in on the Hunchback unless... Actually, no, those SRMs are probably enough to do it. Yeah, alright. Heavy weapons, shooting the Hunchback. The stability weapons, more or less, just enough to tip that thing over. That seems good.
Confirmed.
Alright, so more busted up, that is fine. And then there's our knockdown. Alright, good, good, good. That's also an injury, that should give us a little bit of freedom here. Alright, our Cyclops is getting shot at for the first... Well, not the first time, but may as well be at this point.
Light damage. Holding firm.
In fact, you know what we'll do? We'll go ahead and we'll move over. We've got a full barrage here against that Thunderbolt. I think we try and get that kill there. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. And we're not going to have the heat for it, but we'll... it's not going to be enough. Alright, well that'll have to be good enough. LRMs and a single medium laser. Let's see. I'm not going to get the kill here. Not in any way, shape or form. Let's maybe go... That left torso's got the LRM-10, a bunch of medium lasers. The other one's got heat sinks, but again, that's not a huge issue. Let's go for the left torso, I guess. The odds aren't the worst. Alright, well, we destroyed a jump jet. Not quite what we were after.
Critical hit.
But I suppose it's better than nothing. And then for us in the Zeus, let's travel over... I don't know, do we try and maybe knock down the Hunchback just for kicks and giggles? Yeah, maybe that's what we do. Let's go ahead and we'll move over here. And then, yeah, we'll send a barrage over there. We'll drop off that medium laser. Yeah, LRMs keep us heat neutral. That'll be fine. We'll probably get the kill here. Yeah, do we just make sure that it's a kill and fire everything? I think it's the safest way to play it. Yeah, the Banshee, again, it's not like we're going to get that kill there just yet. I'd rather save that. The Thunderbolt, again, we got some good hits, but again, it's... Oh, do we even split the damage just to see if we can pop off that... Alright, you know, that's what we're going to do. We're going to fire most of it at the Hunchback, and we'll fire the LRM-15 at the other, just to see if we can take out that torso. You know, just to mitigate damage. Again, it's not like we're concerned about the Hunchback, whether it lives or dies. Alright, and it looks like we didn't hit the torso there. Alright. I guess all's fair. Alright, backing on up. Shot that Cyclops. This is ideal. That's what we want. Yep. It's about time our other assault took some of the brunt of the damage. And the Banshee is firing... at the Zeus. Alright.
Damage minimal.
A questionable choice, I am sure, but I am okay with this.
Commander.
Let's bring... Well, you know what? Those odds are way too good for us to give up. I think we'll go ahead and... I know it. We'll move over here. We're not going to get shot in the back by any stretch of the imagination. Armor is still fine. The left arm, it's a little soft, but again, I'm not particularly concerned. Yeah, let's just go ahead and remove the issue from that flank.
Here it comes.
Target destroyed.
Alright, so, ammo explosions, I think, took it out. I'm not sure if that was enough to... Yeah, I don't know if we hit the head straight away, but it looks like with a couple of ammo explosions, that did definitely make sure that he did not survive.
Waiting for orders.
Which honestly is good enough to me. Alright. Let's see, what is he doing? Nothing? Just take shots at the Thunderbolt. Let's see, what side are you? That is your right torso, that is your right leg. Left side is not as troubled. So I guess we'll show that.
Rolling.
And we'll take out the Thunderbolt there. That'll do. Do we do anything else? How much resolve have we got? 54. You know what? We're not using... I think when we use... Yeah, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go here and pick up Vigilance just for some extra damage reduction. I don't really want to take any extra damage if we don't have to. So that'll at least give us a little bit of extra standing power, just in case we don't get the kill. Oh, but there we go. Ammo explosions. Looks like enough to knock out that pilot. Or at least, yeah, that'll do it. That pilot is out.
Good to go.
Alright, cool. That is phenomenal. Let's go ahead and I think we'll reserve. We'll let him come a little bit closer. Just that way we don't have to worry about... we don't have to worry about any melee if he can get close enough.
Systems holding.
But it also means we can now fire and do a lot of stability damage. Alright, looks like he's cooking himself, so he's now taking a decent amount of structural damage. Yeah.
Receiving you.
Not good for him, but that's fine by me. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll march over here. We'll just fire LRMs.
I copy.
Probably want to cool down a little bit if possible. Yeah, let's start to cool down.
Confirmed.
Alright, PPC crit. Medium laser destroyed.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Yeah, that's what we were after. Alright, and now time for the Zeus. Let's, yeah, let's go ahead and see about knocking him over if possible. Oh, actually, you know what? We're a little bit cool, because I guess we didn't walk as far this turn.
Engaging target.
Alright, torso gone.
Enemy mech. Critical damage
hell
detected.
He's in a bad way. Let's see, come on. The cicada's not getting close enough,
Reporting heavy fire.
which means he's not trying to retreat, which is ideal.
Good to go.
Let's bring you all the way up.
Move into position.
Alright, let's see if we can end this right here. All that we need is a single shot to land, and we are done with the assault.
Let her rip.
And we are not done. Alright, well... we were close.
Ready for orders.
We were close. Alright, we do have enough resolve. Technically, we could go for some medium lasers. Could maybe fire off some SRMs and things. He's still got a decent chunk of center armor. Let's reserve for a second and just
Roger that. Standing
have
by.
a look. Alright,
Waiting
what
for
about
orders.
you? We've got 4 medium lasers, which we could technically fire, although, hang on a second. If we were to drop all of these... yeah, so we'd have all of those to maybe get that headshot. So that's 4 shots there. So that's with Big Man. As for myself, we've got 1, 2, 3... maybe 4 if we get close. No, we've only got 3.
Commander?
The Atlas, I guess we could go... I don't know, drop the snubs and fire the rest? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a little bit of RNG. We don't need much to put him out. Hang on a second. So we've got the 2 medium lasers, the AC-5, so that'll be direct stuff, and then all the SRMs to see if we can luckily get a headshot. But again, 10 and 8 damage. If they hit, that's not going to actually be enough for the kill. So it'd have to be one of the first 3, which would be overkill. You know what? I think what we play
What's up,
here
boss?
is we use the Cyclops. We'll try and get the headshot. We're going to go for another precision shot here. We're going to see what we can open up.
Acknowledged.
All right, come on. Can we get this? 18%. We've got 4 tries. Let's roll the dice. And we got it.
Mech destroyed.
Oh, okay. I was not looking forward to the idea of having to
Alrighty.
contend with a Banshee's melee, but luckily for us, that is not our issue. We're going to quickly go ahead and sprint our Atlas.
Understood. Moving fast.
And it's going to be... wait, a Centurion? Oh, have we not even found the... oh my goodness. Okay, here I was thinking that that was our cicada. Alright, well, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll, fire some LRMs since we got not much else to do.
Engaging target.
Alright, unsteady. Unfortunately, we did not quite get enough to make that thing fall over, but we're about to sort that out quite quickly, I am certain. Where is the line of sight that we had before? Up on the hill? That'll be sufficient.
Location confirmed.
Alright, there we go. Let's go for the headshot. And apparently, we're not killing the meters having the metal. Yeah.
Standing by.
We're trying to rapidly and aggressively disassemble it
Moving to position.
through shearing the bolts apart. Alright, you know what? It's rare that we get to use the MGs as well. Let's just say goodbye to this mech. Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Target neutralized.
Alright, now we can finally cool on down. We do have one
Hot
contact.
damn, let's do this.
Oh yeah, of course, the Cicada's a 40-ton mech. I should have known that. Why I was thinking 50, I'm not sure. Alright, but we are cooling down. We're going to let him... well, he's not running from us, technically. Like, he's not running towards
On the
us,
move,
but
full speed.
that's fine. We should be able to outpace him.
Orders?
Let's bring you up over here. That'll bring you within sensor range at least. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe we go ahead and we... yeah, let's... no, actually, you know what? No, We'll follow the same path that we've already
Affirmative.
traveled. And then let's bring our Zeus.
Full throttle.
Alright, it's gonna really be bad for this cicada here. Or if he wasn't
Ready
on
for
comms,
orders.
I really don't know. You know what? We're gonna try and get him to move closer. And then we'll just annihilate. Oh no, he's running, it seems.
Aye, aye.
We have not got that. We have not got that as our message.
Yes, Commander.
So I guess he hasn't technically started to run yet. But we will do what we can. And oh, of course, we cannot pass through there. That is incredibly annoying.
No shooting, just running.
Alright, you run.
Commander?
Let's get the Cyclops up to the top of the hill.
On the move. Full speed.
Yeah, if it goes to show that he's running, if we get that kind of message, we are going to, we're going to, basically just fire,
Full throttle.
sorry, we're going to, sensor lock him and fire LRMs
Yes,
until that thing falls down. We are not giving any quarter.
Affirmative.
Alright, again, if we can just outflank this guy, it's going to make our life a bit easier. Come on now, what decision are you making? Okay, good,
Ready
good,
for
good. He's
orders.
heading in to danger. That is what we wanted. Alright, let's quickly scoot up over here.
Double time.
Nope.
Let's go.
I guess they don't need that
Waiting for
abandoned
orders.
shed. Let's see, let's get the... You know what, I don't think it can travel far enough. Let's just move over there.
Got it, Commander.
Yes, Commander.
Cyclops actually can get shots on target, and I suppose... maybe we start with a few
Roger that.
LRMs. Yeah, it's not a huge concern. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe what we do here, we've got the resolve. Let's go for a precision shot. We're going to slow down its initiative. We're going to follow it again. Let's aim for the leg. Yeah, because you can't run away if you haven't got a leg.
Copy that.
Target damaged. Concentrate your fire. Bring it down.
Alright, well. Do we go for another one? This is our final salvo. No, I think we'll save that for the next round.
Full throttle.
Alright, there we go. He has no idea what's hanging.
The target is retreating, Commander. Eliminate it before it escapes.
Eliminate it before it escapes. Alright then, roger that. Well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go over the crest.
Copy that.
And we're going to precision strike it. So if by some miracle it lives, we get to have a turn first. Let's, you know what, I was about to say let's toy with our meal by taking out its legs, but no, we're just going to go ahead and let's put it out humanely.
Give us everything that's got.
Alright, I guess it's a tough little thing.
I think I hit something good.
Maybe not.
I'm receiving you.
Alright, the Atlas.
Good to go.
That feels like a final measure. Let's bring our Zeus over. And fire off everything.
Engaging target.
Alright, and what's done is done.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, area has been cleared.
Mission successful.
Alright, so it's a little unfortunate that Archangel took a couple of wounds, but that is going to be what it is. We got paid 100,000 sea bills. We did improve our position with the local pirate organization, so we're now into the friendly territory, which is fantastic. Let's see, yeah, Archangel's out for 20 days. Everybody got at least a single kill. All in all, pretty good showing, and no structural damage either, so I'm sure Yang is happy. Alright, so let's pick up the Banshee. That is obviously where the money will lie. And then, what else do we do? I don't know if we've got a rifleman. Maybe we could take a part of that. That wouldn't be bad. And then, oh, what else have we got? Ooh, AC-20 with stability damage? Huh. I did not notice that on the Hunchback. Large laser with some extra damage and accuracy. Yeah, it's nice. Accuracy and critical. Let's see small laser with extra damage. That is nice. Actually, don't mind the SRM2 with the bonus damage as well. That's very good. Oh, stability damage taken. There's actually some decent equipment here. Do we try and aim for those, or do we just pick up the parts of a mech? I think the mech is going to be the thing that's really worthwhile. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll pick up, what do we want? Let's maybe go with the Thunderbolt. We've already got enough parts of a Marauder, so it's not like we really need that. But yeah, that'll finish off a Thunderbolt. We'll get a Banshee. And we'll see what else we get. Alright, so 2/3 of a Marauder, that's fine. We got part of that Rifleman and the Thunderbolt. The 2/3 of a Trebuchet. A large laser, medium laser. Oh, we did get that SRM2. And a whole bunch of heat sinks, but not the gyro. The gyro would have been nice. I would have appreciated that, but at the same time too, you know, is it really worth, is it really worth one of our picks? I don't know. I really don't know. But either way, it is what it is. It just would have been a nice thing to have to throw onto a mech. But again, we still need the time to install it. So, yeah, not the be all and end all. Okie dokie. So, that should be that. We'll go ahead and, yeah, we'll go ahead and upgrade.
That mech you wanted is back online.
We'll upgrade. Oh, it's a 3M. We already had one of those. Whoops. Alright, well, we can sell that off, I suppose. In fact, if we were to go to the store in the black market, we now have a 5% discount. I wonder if that means when we sell things, we get some bonuses. So let's see. If we go to... That's $7.98. $7.20. Over here... $7.98, $7.20. Okay, so the price of us selling things does not change regardless of their opinion of us. Alright, well that's a little annoying, but it is what it is. That said, that we could possibly go ahead and sell some of our duplicates off. I don't see us needing... Yeah, we only need one of them for our career goals, so if we've got a second one, I suppose we should see how much money we have. Also, too, it wouldn't be a bad plan if we could, yeah, probably... Yeah, I know that we went for the mech bay upgrade. Probably should have gone for the, what do we call it? The med bay. That would have been particularly nice, especially too now that we've got someone with 2 injuries. That would take off a lot of time, a lot of their downtime, which would have been quite good to have. Also too, I do believe there are some events that I was reminded about. So yeah, had I have thought about it, I probably would have picked that up, especially since it was only 15 days. But unfortunately, it is what it is. And I'm fairly certain that once we start an upgrade, we can't exactly cancel what we have. Alright, so let's go ahead and make sure that Archangel is safer next time he gets shot at. We'll give him some bonus health.
MechWarrior training complete.
Unfortunately, that does not change the amount of time he is out for the count. And then for the rest of us, it's just, yeah, not much can be done. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of us. Let's hope there's no more wounds. Otherwise, we may need to go ahead and start hiring some people, which wouldn't be too bad. In fact, we are still looking for pilots. So if you would have a character submission, we would love to hear about it. All that we need... Alright, thank you, game, for interrupting me. But yes, if you would like to contribute to the series with a MechWarrior of your own, all that we need is a first and last name as well as a call sign, and any extra information is just a bonus if you would like to tell us more about your MechWarrior. So yeah, that is where we're going to leave things for today. We'll come back with another mission or two, I do believe. So what have we got here? This is against the Free Worlds League, but I think what we could do here is if we go ahead and pick up this Hide the Evidence, this will give us enough for us to be able to pick up this other one. I'm not 100% sure, but we will see what we can make happen in the next one. So if you do want to see all of that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.